I'm Miranda Burrell. I was with the Writing Center for 4 years, and my favorite type of consultation is creative writing. I like the brainstorming process and just being able to bounce ideas off of each other.
My name is John. I am going to be a junior, and I've been with the Writing Center for 3 semesters, and I am studying community leadership.
My name is Sarah Shelmish. I've been at the Writing Center for 4 semesters now, and I am an English literature major with a writing minor, which is quite the mouthful.
My name is Katie Doring. I have been at the Writing Center for 4 semesters now. I'm majoring in English with a writing emphasis and minoring in women's studies. So writing that I like to work with at the Writing Center includes creative writing and personal essays.
So I'm Julie Bevins. I coordinate the Writing Center at Aquinas College. This is going to be my 7th year here. And my favorite type of consultation, this one's hard because I love to work with writers. So I love to have conversations about any kind of writing, but I especially am interested in talking about poetry because it's a really unique genre. And I really love personal statements for grad school and medical school.
Writing is really a process, and I know that people say that all the time, and you've learned that since you were in 2nd grade, that writing is a process, but it really is, and a big part of process and working within that as a person means interacting and talking to other people. And sometimes I think writers just get too stuck in their own heads, and they just need to let something out and have a discussion, and make sure that they're not crazy, because 98% of the time they aren't, and just kind of go through it and have a partner in that area.
I believe it's important for writers to go to the Writing Center in order to not only improve their writing, but also improve themselves as writers, which is what we strive to do.
Well, because writing implies reading, and we need an audience. And the Writing Center here has available folks to enter into the conversation. So a writer doesn't write alone. They're not in a vacuum. They really need somebody to give them intelligent reader feedback, and we enter into regular conversations about writing here.
I like how close-knit the Writing Center community is and how many friends I've made in the past 2 years that I've been here.
My favorite aspect of the Writing Center community is really how welcoming each individual consultant is and how much listening occurs in the Writing Center consultations.
So if you're part of the Aquinas College community, the collegiality, you really want to come to the Writing Center, find out what kind of ideas are forming and what writing is expressing that here.
Writing Center contributes to the AQ community a lot because, at least for me, I would see people that I consulted with, and I would stop them on campus and be like, "Hey, how'd that paper go?" And then it was a little awkward sometimes because people didn't always remember me, but then we would get talking about the paper and other papers, and a whole dialogue opens up, and then it really kind of brings everyone together.
When I was a freshman, I wish I would have known how helpful the Writing Center would have been for me, because when I first got to college, I didn't know I thought I knew what I was doing, but it turns out I actually didn't, and it would have been nice to have someone look over my papers with me to help me and get a second perspective on my writing.
I wish somebody would have told me that you can come in before you start the paper just to chat about it and get some ideas going, because I've learned for myself that so much of my writing process is just figuring out what it is that I want to write about and building some sort of structure for it and getting my ideas down on paper in some sort of organizational format so that it makes sense to my brain.
One big thing for me when writers come in, I wanted everyone to feel really comfortable, because a lot of the time it's terrifying, all the time actually, it's terrifying to share your own writing. And so I wanted to create this kind of home-like atmosphere where everyone's super welcoming and, everyone's got a smile on their face. And so when people walk in and they're petrified for someone to read what they've written, once they see a consultant being excited about that, then it makes it no problem.
Belonging and a real respect. We expect that anyone who walks in the door at the Writing Center has something of value to share. They might still be figuring out how to best express it for a particular audience, but we have confidence that they are the best person to express it. So I hope everyone who enters the door at the Aquinas College Writing Center understands that we already value the words. Whether they have appeared on paper yet is part of the process here, but they should be greeted with great hospitality.
I really like the Writing Center.
Why wouldn't you want to go to the Writing Center?